Top of the morning to you. So, I had a lot of people reached out to me or asked me my thoughts on whatnot, pros, cons, and I think I've sold on there. I want to say a little bit over. Actually, I'm about a year and a half to 2 years now. Just kind of give everybody just kind of a background on that. So I was in it. I was selling on whatnot pretty much around the pandemic or right towards the tail end of the pandemic. I finally got approved to sell on whatnot. Pretty much not everybody and their mama can do it. Obviously, if you guys go look on that app, if you don't know. So if you're first timer or whatever, you guys just wondering what the hell is this whatnot app? So it's a live auction app that's tailored on your phone, and you can actually even log on your laptop or whatever, but primarily it's for your phone because the seller also uses their phone to showcase you while using their camera what they're looking to auction off. So it's like a QVC. If you know from the past, those auction show or QVC commercials or shows, if you're looking to sell things, call now, you can order this. That's kind of what it is. It's almost a QVC aspect to it, and it's just a live whatnot stream. It's a live auction stream. That's all it is. And then there's buttons you can click if you want to bid on the specific item that you're showcasing on your live stream shows. So in a nutshell, that's what whatnot is. Now, my thoughts on it are mixed. I'm not sponsored by them, so I don't give a shit. But I'm going to tell you my honest truth opinion on what I think about it. I know a lot of people, it's either they love it or they freaking hate it. So it's just like anything in life, man. There's pros and cons. There's things you like, some things you don't like. So first thoughts, whatnot. The reason, I guess you can say, let's talk about all the pros. Why I like whatnot and what it does for me. So the reason why is because, as you guys can see, I love the freaking talk. I talk a lot. I love the interaction part. eBay portion, I love, because of the masses and everything, but there's no live interaction on eBay. You just list it and kind of forget it. Versus on whatnot, you can list it, and they've improved their app and everything now, because you can list it and just forget it too. However, on whatnot, when you do your live shows, there's interactions with your audience. There's interaction with followers, people. So I enjoy that aspect. I get a chance to talk with them. They get a chance to respond, typing back to me. So I enjoy that aspect of it. It's the closest thing you can get to a live actual card show, because you talk to somebody on it, right? So that part I enjoy. I do like. I do also like the fact that it's liquid and it's quick and simplicity of it. So when I say that, if somebody orders something or they purchase they win an auction from me, at the end of the show, it literally prints. It's simple to print out the shipping label. Everything's taken care of. The weight, the price. I don't have to worry about the shipping. It just prints it out. The follower, the buyer knows what the shipping cost is when they order or they win the item. It tells you right then and there. It's instant payment. Done. So it's really simplified, and it's just, once you, like I said, all you need to do is package it, stick the label on, and ship it. So it's pretty simple, and it's organized, so it knows every order, what order goes to what on that. So you can also do bulk labels, so then it's really faster if you want when you print at the end of a show. So it's simplified, it's simple, and it's quick and easy. I feel like that's the good part of it, the pro of it too. I guess another pro of it, I would say, is how fast you can move items. If you have a good following, a big following. I'd have to say I'm on the very lower end. I only got maybe 2,000 followers on there. But I would say if you have a decent following, you can definitely move stuff quickly, especially when you do shows and you have several, hundreds of people in your live show. You can really, really move some inventory pretty quick on there. So that would be another pro. Another pro I would say is, dude, you can literally go live anywhere, anytime. So, it's one of those things. There's no shop hours. There's no hours, things like that. It's literally whenever you want to hit the live. I want to go stream live and sell whatever item you can. People do it at shows. You can technically do it at a card show. and just mark it up. I've seen people do that. Carrying around their phone like, hey, there's this card, blah blah blah. They just mark it up by 30%, whatever. Whatnot gets their fee, and then the obviously the buyer gets their fee. So you can, the convenience that it's super convenient. You can go live. You can do wherever, whenever, and that's the best part of it, is whenever, wherever. So convenience of it is pretty cool. And then I think it's a growing app. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people are obviously on the other wagon, and I'll talk about in the cons in a second here. So, and I think that's it. And then also, if you are a buyer, not just a buyer, I highly recommend, if you're looking to buy lots, if you're looking to buy slabs, singles, or jump into breaks. I mean, there's unlimited amount of rooms on there that you can jump in, and you can break basketball, football, baseball, anything you want. And then if you're also looking for collectible items, whether it's Pokemon stuff, toys, video games, things like that, you can find a channel, or vintage clothing. It's a growing app, and it's definitely growing in that sense. And I think, like I just said, it's just you have a variety of what you can pick. So there you go. Those are the pros. Now let's talk about the cons. What I feel like after a year and a half of selling on Whatnot. Number one, you're never most likely ever going to get comp prices. It's super rare unless you got thousands, tens and hundreds and thousands of followers. Then you might be able to get your comps. But most likely, most people who are starting out, most people, like myself, only have a couple thousand followers, and when you do live shows, you're not gonna have more than maybe 10 to 20 people on live. They're not gonna bid that shit all the way up to the comps. Simple as that, guys. So you're most likely, you're not gonna have a big enough show to get the comps, and I feel that puts pressure on the seller, because they're trying to get the max amount of profit. So if you're going into it thinking that you're gonna get the max profit, fucking get that shit out of your brain right now. You won't, especially if you're beginning on it. So I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up on that. The other con I would definitely say is the negativity that the app has gained from, whether it's sellers who don't ship cards, or supposedly steal cards, or didn't put the cards in shipping, or whatever the case may be. So it's gotten a negative aspect on that. So my thoughts are counter on that. When you break with people, when you buy from people, number one, check their reviews. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You need to see what others have saying about that seller. It's the reputation. And then if you're gonna break with anybody, break with reputable people. Simple as that, man. I mean, don't break with anybody who's just starting, or if it doesn't feel comfortable, I wouldn't break with them. And then a lot of people also are hating on the app because they're like, oh, it's a gambling site. It's pure gambling for the all the breakers and shit like that. I go, look, guys, if you're fucking breaking cards, if you're getting to breaking cards, you know what you're getting yourself into. Everybody's like, it's an addiction. I go, it's like anything. Just like right now, you're watching this shit on YouTube. YouTube can be an addiction too, guys. It's simple as that. People sell cards, break cards on YouTube also. So it's one of those things where you can't hate on the app. The person has to be somewhat in self-control. You have to be self-accountable if you're going to break, and you're going to pay thousands of dollars, and you're going to bitch and whine how it's an addictive app. It's just like anything else out there. It's just a source. You have to be in control of yourself. That's just my thoughts on that. So self-control, guys, if you're breaking. So, and the negativity you get from that, like I said, buy, purchase, break with somebody who's reputable and who has a good, review and reputation. That would be my thoughts on that. Another negative I would say on Whatnot is, when you are first starting, you don't have a big audience. It's very difficult you have to slowly gain. It's like anything else. When you're first starting, you have to gain the followers so you can get a big enough following so you can somewhat make sales. So it's tough. You're gonna have to lower your prices on a lot of your items if you're selling them, trying to get as close as the comps as possible. I know this is my thoughts. When I saw it and Whatnot, I go into it with the mindset is I'm going to move specific cards that I know that I can, my bottom line price, and that's it. Simple as that. If I move it, great. If I don't, I don't. But most of the time, it's going to be way lower than comps. just people are going to go buy there because they're looking to get deals, which I don't blame them. And then it's going to be up to you. Are you going to be willing to give them a good enough deal that it makes sense to yourself and also sense to the buyer on that? So that's my 2 cents on that. Another one is that it can get car salesman. I got away from that shit because it's just annoying. I get annoyed. So when you jump into these channels, and I understand what they're doing, they're trying to hype up their followers. People are watching on their phone, whether in bed, in the bathroom, wherever the hell they are. So these guys are trying to sell their product, trying to sell their brakes, trying to sell their cards, and they're getting hyped up. But to me, it's just fake. But that's just me. If you go listen to if you guys watch my streams, I'm not all hyped up and crazy like that because that's not normal. It's not normal to me, man. I don't give a shit. It's just not. So I just have fun with it and I enjoy the hobby. Like I said, it gives me a chance to get away from my typical life of raising 4 daughters, 10 and under. So I get a chance to talk sports. I get a chance to, break once in a while with my followers and stuff. So I have fun with it. But I don't go crazy like some of the other channels do, in which it works for them because you look at the followers, they got tons and tons of followers, so it definitely works. There is a niche out there that people enjoy the chaos that some of these channels bring, and which is more power to them because they can sell. But to me, that shit's annoying. So you can kind of you feel like it's car salesman. I guess that's like con. Some people don't. It's a turn off to them, and it's a turn off to me. So that's why I don't go to those channels. So that's the cool thing about it, though. You can flip whatever channel, swipe. It's like you can just literally swipe to the next channel and go whatever. So you can sit there and bitch and whine and hate, or you can just go to the next channel, or you just turn off the app. Simple as that. That's what I always tell people. If you don't like it, turn it off. Don't use it. Simple. But if you enjoy it, if you want to get good cards at a decent price, I feel like it's definitely a good avenue for buyers and stuff like that. And then buyers, don't beat up your seller so much. I get it, man. They're just doing the best they can. Keep in mind the percentages is just the same as eBay. So if you guys are wondering, sales percentage is about at the end of it is about 13.5% and all that stuff. So the percentages are on there. It's about the same. So is what it is. That's just part, in my eyes, it's just part of marketing. It's just part of sales. There's going to be a fee that goes to the app, to the people, just like in anything in life and business. You're going to have to pay, there's overhead costs. And that's how I calculate that is. So that's my thoughts on Whatnot. Those are some of the pros, some of the cons. I'm still going to stay there. And the reason why is that if I can, move a few items here and there, I will. I try to give the best deals to my followers as much as possible. And I enjoy, like I just said, I truly enjoy the interaction I have with my followers. I may have some here that follow me on Whatnot. So I truly do enjoy talking, smack to some of my Packer followers, to some of my Iowa State fans, things like that. So I do enjoy talking, poking the fun in them a little bit because I love talking sports, guys. At the end of the day, that's why I sell sport cards for a living, and that's why I enjoy talking sports. I have this channel is because I enjoy it, and that like I just said, that app gives me an opportunity to kind of interact with people and things like that. So there you guys go. Use it. Don't use it. Links in my down below. Check it out. Come kick it with me once in a while, and just talk sports. It's simple as that to me. And I do breaks once in a while, but to me, that's one thing too. Breakers, holy shit. I'll definitely say it's a con because I can see certain people, and I've done it before. I've been on there for many hours to fill a break because you want to try and stay break even or make a little bit of money, and it's hard. If you don't have a big following, it's very difficult, and that's why I have actually stepped away from breaking too much because it's a ton of work. What people don't understand is that it's probably more work than what it pays out, 100%. Unless you got like the huge guys that following, and they get all those huge case hobby box breaks and stuff like that, then I can see it being worth it. But other than that, to me, small time breaks, it's way more work because you have to be a car salesman to get it filled, and then on top of that you have to sell at a certain amount just to break even, and then on top of that you still the sorting of 32 teams, 30 plus teams, and then the packaging, the shipping. To me, it's so much work. It doesn't even out. I might just do it just because it's fun every so often, but I am not focusing on any breaks anytime soon. I did that for a while, but like I just said, it's a ton of work that people don't realize, and that's why they charge what they charge. I mean, it's technically you're charging for their efforts, their times to rip and break for you guys. So that's my thoughts on that. Like I said, check it out if you've never been on it. If you don't enjoy it, don't. As simple as that. Check me out on eBay, my eBay store, and support me that way. So other than that, man, hopefully you guys learned a little bit of my thoughts on whatnot, because I know there's pros and cons to everything in life. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them, so I could give a shit if you don't like them or you do like them, man. I don't even care what they say about me. It helps me, and I help them. And simple. I'm just here to sell cards, guys, and enjoy it a little bit. So other than that, man, if you guys like this shit, subscribe.